Okay, so how did you go implementing your custom block type? In this video, we'll implement it together. So if you got stuck anywhere, don't worry, just sit back and watch me implement it on my site. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is create our call to action block type. Now to do that, let's go to structure, block layout, and then click on custom block library and then block types. And then click on add custom block type. And we'll call this one call to action, and we'll give it a label of used for call to actions. Very original, I know. And then I'll check create new revision and then click on save. And then let's click on manage fields on the call to action row. And we had to create 3 fields: body, image, and read more. Now, the body field was automatically created with the correct field type, which is great. Now we need to create the image field. So to do that, just click on add field and then select media. Not image, media. Okay, so let's just do that and call this one image and then click on save and continue. Leave these options as they are, and then just click on Save Field Settings, and then scroll all the way down and make sure you select image as the media type, and then click on Save. Okay, now the last field we need to create is the Read More field. So click on Add Field, and then select Link, and then add the label Read More, and then click on Save and Continue. Click on Save Field Settings, and then scroll down and let's set the allowed link text to required and then click on save settings. Okay, now let's go ahead and download inline entity form. So let me jump over to my terminal and I will download it using Composer. So to download inline entity form, type in Composer require Drupal/inline entity form. So I'll give that a minute or two. Okay, now that we have downloaded the module, let's jump back to our site and I'll open up the extend page in another tab. And then I'll just search for inline and then I will enable inline entity form. All right, let's close this tab. And now let's jump to manage form display and configure inline entity form. So find the image field, and then from the dropdown, select Inline Entity Form Complex. And then click on the little cogwheel. And then make sure you select Allow users to add existing media entities. So let's check that. And also make sure Allow users to add new media entities, which should be checked by default. And then click on Update. And then click on Save. And now let's go ahead and create an actual call to action block. So let's jump back to custom block library and then click on add custom block and then call to action. Let's enter in a description of newsletter and then we'll enter in newsletter into the body. Join our awesome newsletter. We'll make this newsletter an H2. Let's scroll down. Okay, now you can see that the image field has a add new media and also add existing media. Let's upload a new image. So click on add new media and we'll call this one newsletter pic. And where is my image? Here we go. I've got a little fancy image with a letter in it. Okay, we'll call this one newsletter. And then let's just click on create media. And then finally, let's add in the URL of, we'll just go to Google or something. And then link text should be sign up now, exclamation mark. Okay, so let's click on save. And now let's add it to the sidebar first region. So to do that, go to block layout, scroll all the way down to sidebar first, click on place block, search for news, and then you can see newsletter is there. Perfect. Click on place block. Let's uncheck display title and let's leave everything as it is and click on save block. Let's now reorder newsletter so it's above search and tools, and then click on save blocks down at the bottom. Now let's go to the home page and see what we have. Okay, so you can see our block is here. You can see the body and also the image and the read more. Let's now configure the formatters so that image is up the top and also the read more label and also the image label aren't showing. So to do that, let's go back to structure, then block layout, custom block library, block types, so much clicking, and then click on the down arrow on the call to action row and then click on manage display. And let's just reorder things so that image is up the top and label is hidden and also read more label is hidden as well. And finally, let's select thumbnail as the image formatter. And if we click on the cogwheel and then from the image style dropdown, select large and then click on update and then click on save. Now, if we go back to the home page, we should see a nice image up the top. We have our H2 newsletter heading, and then we have our paragraph, join our awesome newsletter, and then we have our sign up now link, which just takes us to Google. But that's about it.